people lost faith in the medical system. It's the third leading cause of death. Civilization, as we know it, is about to end. That's a fact. But it's interesting because when one civilization ends, a new one always begins. If we look at Western civilization over time, guess what? Civilizations have come and gone at a periodic rate. First there was animism, the indigenous people of the planet, Native Americans, First Nation people, Aborigines, Druids. They gave rise to what's called polytheism. And then those gods got narrowed down to one god. That was called monotheism. That's a new civilization that actually ended with Charles Darwin, because that's when science took over the belief system. And so as one civilization is coming to an end, another one is coming up, and we are at the end of the conventional scientific materialism culture. It is dying, it's on its way out, and guess what? You are powerful creators for the future of our world. Now comes the fun part. Was there a pattern in any of this? I go, there is absolutely a pattern. And if you understand the pattern, then you understand evolution. And I say we can plot each civilization based on their relationship to spirit and to matter. So I start off with a very simple one. I say the first one, the indigenous people, animism. And I say, how do I know where they stand? This is the critical assessment. It's called the perennial questions. They've been asked for 10,000 years. Humans have asked the very same three questions. So the first question is, how did we get here? The second question is, why are we here? And the third question is, how do we make the best of it? If we go back, we can see each civilization has different answers. And when the answers change, so does civilization, okay? We go back 10,000 years ago, we have, for example, the Native Americans. I said, what was their belief? They believed that everything that was made out of matter was also spiritual, 50-50. If you were going to cut a tree down, you don't cut the tree down until you pray to the spirit of the tree. But over time, spirituality became more important than materiality. But in the beginning, perennial questions, how did we get here? Ready? Mother Earth and Father Sky. Oh, that sounds so poetic. But the truth is, it's true. How did we get here? I say, your organic material, organic chemistry. The Earth before there was life was inorganic chemistry. Where did organic chemistry come from? And the answer is photons of light hitting inorganic chemistry turn it into organic chemistry. So over time, Mother Earth provided the foundation in organic chemistry. Father Sky gave us the photons that activated it and turned it into organic chemistry. So, Mother Earth, Father Sky. Oh my goodness, yes, we copied the Native Americans, but things changed. Darwin comes in with his 1859, The Origin of Species. We were balanced with deism, but when Darwin came in, we went from spirituality and we got to everything spiritual, then Reformation less, deism less, and boom, we end up in today's civilization based on scientific materialism. What about spirituality? Not relevant. So monotheism, which was still in the background, changes to scientific materialism, the current version. How do we get here? Random mutations. Oh, accidents of genetics. Oh, okay. Why are we here? Hey, random mutations. Accident. No reason for us to be here. How do you make the best of it? Prior, the laws of the Bible. Today, the laws of the jungle. Whoever's the badass guy, that's the leader. Has nothing to do with spirituality. Has everything to do with materiality. The church took the Socrates spiritual aspect, okay? And then science brought in the material aspect. Then Darwin comes and says it's all the material aspect and spiritualism is not relevant. So guess what? Once we adopted the science that we have in today's world, religion drops out the window. The DNA then shows up and they say, that DNA is the physical expression of scientific materiality. You are DNA. Don't bring God in, not necessary to do that, just bring the genes in. bottom line. Matter, down to the point I can tell you what the matter is. It's DNA. No spirituality. DNA, down at the bottom. Human Genome Project, need 100,000 genes. So after 1953, when we knew that genes were the big deal, the human genome was to identify the number of genes, and guess what? The failure to show 100,000 genes threw a monkey wrench in scientific belief, because I needed over 100,000. All I got was 20,000. And all of a sudden, when the genome started to show up, people lost faith in the medical system. Why? It's the third leading cause of death. And all of a sudden, I say, they started pulling out of the material realm, saying there's more. I say, what is more than that? And the answer is, well, we only found 20,000 genes instead of 100, then the belief system collapsed. Scientists were caught with their genes down. By the time the Human Genome Project came in, 50% of Americans would seek healing from alternative healers. 50%. What does that mean? Energy healing, spiritual healing, the invisible healing. That's where the power comes from, not the material. It's the energy that shapes matter. Listen to the quote. The field is the sole governing agency of matter. Consciousness, spirituality, controls matter. And if you understand that, then we can control our lives again. You are a spiritual entity in a physical reality. And this is our future, right here. We're breaking down the material world, getting away from that medicine, pharmaceutical crap, and start recognizing your beliefs are controlling your life. Your beliefs are consciousness. Consciousness is not material. Consciousness is a process of energy. You are a field and you're reading a field. Each of you is a piece of God. And when we understand who we are, we can take that God creation stuff that we have and manifest the most beautiful life on this planet. Heaven on earth. The only thing in your way is your program. And when you understand the programs in your way, you can rewrite all the programs. And if you do that, then heaven on earth is every stinking day as long as you live on this planet.